Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast,
where things will be misquoted
and opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.
Hey guys, welcome to Locked and Probably Loaded with DJ and Kelly. I'm your host, DJ Qualls. I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Kelly Blackheart. Hey, Kelly.
What's up?
We're just here discussing our Vegas trip, which we're taking on from the 20th?
Should we say what exact dates we're going? Because we're going to talk about what hotel we're staying at. Actually, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You guys won't kill us.
Other people don't like that. As long as you don't approach us with violence. And also, there's so many people at these hotels. You never see us. So we're staying at the MGM Grand. No. We're going from the 20th through the 23rd, and we are staying at Circus because I've never gotten to stay at all the classic Vegas hotels, and they are being demolished one after the other. Isaac just informed me that the Luxor was next to go. And so that tells me we have to go back to Vegas because I want the experience of seeing all of this. And not just the rooms, it's all the kitschy shit they have. Like every hotel has like a come on.
Yeah, because like Treasure Island has the pirate show.
Yeah, Mandalay Bay has the giant aquarium. There's always something. But the older ones, all the stuff was kitsch. And I want to experience kitsch. So I'm very excited about staying at...
Rhino, move the camera again.
Yeah, is that okay?
Are we okay?
Yeah, you're still...
Okay, cool.
So I'm very excited about staying at Treasure Island.
Yeah, me too.
And also all of our friends are staying at Caesar's Palace. And I've stayed there almost exclusively.
Yeah, Treasure Island,
I've had
just
that
so you know,
experience.
we're choosing you.
Yeah,
we are choosing you.
We choose you.
Oh, The Simpsons.
Caesars is like its own massive part of the strip. It's got 7 buildings.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I've explored so much of that. I think probably all but like 4 times to Vegas I've stayed at Caesar's Palace. I'm a creature of habit.
Wait, where are you staying? MGM?
The Cosmo.
Oh,
He'll be across the street.
love...
That's just like catty corner to us, right?
What I love about the MGM is that they've got the lazy river, and the lazy river is my fucking favorite. When I am very wealthy
at the MGM, at the Grand.
I think it's the Grand. Yeah, I want to build a fucking lazy river moat around my house. Manifesting it.
Yeah, just say you're going to.
Yeah,
I'm not want to. I'm going to.
Yeah, I actually already have a lazy river moat around my house.
It's imaginary.
No, well that that takes away all the power of the medicine. It's never gonna happen.
I was wrong about Circus closing. They just sold it. They didn't. It's not.
All right,
closing.
Circus is gross. I saw some pictures of rooms, some current pictures, but I thought it was super kitsch and super fun inside. I want this whole experience. As I'm getting older and if things are changing, I guess I'm desperate to hold on to the past. So I would like to live in Vegas 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny. I used to hate Vegas. I've gone through like many iterations of liking Vegas and then hating it. Like Grant used to live there, so I used to go there pretty often. And then I hated it because every time any of my friends wanted to go, it was like going to clubs, and I'm like, that's just not my vibe. Like I will go to Vegas and do dive bars or like just regular ass places, but people really love doing the club experience, and I can't get into that.
So we're going there because my friend Carly and Daniel from the UK are getting married on the 21st. And they're having a hangover themed wedding, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we've
done. So we're going, and they've never been to Vegas. And they're going to Vegas for 10 days.
That's at least 4 years. And
how
human
will they survive that? But they're like Ibiza people. And so anyway, getting back to what Kelly was saying, so I've already had the Vegas club experience. It's what you did. You know, I did it in my 20s and 30s, and it's what you did. And I'm not too old for it. I've just done it. I mean, I can do anything, especially with that price list that I sold you for my drug dealer. I can do anything, but it's expensive and exhausting.
Well, yeah, it's like, that's the thing. The club is only fun, in my opinion, for people who really enjoy dancing. Because like I would only go to clubs if somebody was getting a table, and it's like, that's fine. I'll go sit at a table, but it's also so much more expensive than you just going to a bar and getting all that stuff.
$7,000.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not joking. We were at Lavo and our bill was $7,000. They comped it, but the thing is, when you do this, so I've never been to a club without being at a table, and here's why. It's not because I think I'm awesome. It's because I wasn't attractive enough before I was famous to get into a club, so I was smart enough to stay my ass away from them. So then when I got successful, then people comp tables. Like, I remember I was at the opening of Hyde in the Bellagio. They flew us all out and put us at a table that cost the booth rental was $7,000 before booze.
And that's
we
what
didn't
the
pay
thing
for it.
about it is, like, the prices are outrageous, but people pay them. So it's like,
Yeah.
it just is what it is. You
So-
have to have,
But
supply and demand.
So I told them, I was like, it's going to be very expensive. And like, yeah, we know we're going to be paying thousands of dollars for the experience, but they want to have this experience, and I want that for them.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to wind up. So we arrive on Sunday. And by the way, if
that
you
means
guys,
then I have to fucking find clothes that are club appropriate.
do we?
Yeah, I don't think they let you in if you're not.
Well, we'll
dressed
have a reservation, and also I'm on television.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
But I can't go in my fucking chucks and
No.
yoga pants.
I mean, I probably will wear whatever I wear to the wedding. I mean, we're going to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wedding before that.
That's true.
So we'll arrive on Sunday. And by the way, if you guys have any, so I usually don't party on the Strip. I feel like I've had that experience. If you know any local spots or any cool bars that are off the Strip, email us at what's our email address?
probably loadedpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
There's a
or any sort of kitsch or any sort of interesting suggestions you have. If you know any good pawn shops, anything that you can think of that's not just drinking and
Yeah, Tommy
gambling.
definitely will be a good resource
Oh, yes,
for that.
forgot.
So, like, my friend Tommy that I do Unsolicited podcast with, he is the executive producer and basically host of Vegas All In, which is on PBS. And so every episode they do like some cool new Vegas experience
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like right now, he and his wife are going to all of the chapels in Vegas. They're renewing their vows, like
Oh,
at
that's
all
so
the
nice.
chapels. So he knows a lot of really cool things that people might not
I
know
would be
about.
shocked. They're such a good. I don't know. I don't know them, but just their vibe.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like such a good couple. I would be shocked if he killed her.
Oh yeah, for
Shocked.
sure. Yeah, Tommy doesn't have the motivation to kill.
It's way over there.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah,
it's not that
Tommy
fun.
and Jacqueline are so much fun. You're gonna have a blast hanging out with
I
Tommy.
can't wait.
I really enjoy hanging out with him.
So the only bummer about this trip is that my two good friends, Luke and Holly, who are the owners of the Deadpool dog, Peggy, the one with the world's ugliest dog, they can't go there. They can't go to meet us in Vegas. They were going to come on the trip, but they have an appearance in Calgary that weekend.
It's hard having a famous dog.
It really is. That dog makes more money than I do
Oh, I know. Like
by a mile.
when I look at TikTok and see all the like dog accounts and stuff like that, a lot of like there was a trend for a while. It's like how much I make on social media per month, and they would.
Oh,
do
really?
that.
People being transparent.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And then the dog accounts start doing that, and I'm like, oh my!
The dogs
fucking
out-earn the
God.
humans like 70 to 1.
Yeah, it's like January 19,000, February 14,000, and then it's like you get to June, and you're like, oh, June's gonna be a big month. It's like 32,000. Like holy fuck! Like that's the best case scenario. Is
Oh,
you
wow.
not? I mean, obviously they have to edit videos and do all that
Yeah.
stuff, and usually the really popular accounts are not just like here's a random video I took of my dog. They are putting a lot of effort into them, but still, it's like. That's the best case scenario is you don't have to be vulnerable yourself by putting yourself on camera and
Yeah.
having people criticize you and how you look and all that stuff. It's just people being like, that's the goodest boy, 10 out of 10, would pet.
Oh, that's so great. I've learned so much from this show. I also learned that I still out-earn the dogs.
Wow. Well, not all of them, I bet.
No, I don't. Lassie's estate makes like $70 million a year.
Oh my God, there was a documentary, I think it was on Netflix a few years ago about this dog. I think it was a German Shepherd Gunter or something like that. This dog is rich as fuck. Like a multi-millionaire.
So he's probably getting up in age. Gunter, if you want to
get married?
If you want to get married.
Yeah, it's like the dog travels in like a private jet and all that stuff, and I'm like,
The
German Shepherd named Gunter, who allegedly inherited a $400 million fortune from a German countess. Imagine being, I don't know if she actually has human kids, but that would be really funny if she had human kids and she. So yeah, the Maurizio Mian who became his handler, built an empire around the dog.
Did the dog get famous?
I mean, he is famous.
He's got a Netflix show.
Yeah. Where's your Netflix documentary?
Exactly. Unfortunately, mine's going to be a Hollywood true story. And it's not going to be positive. Speaking of documentaries, organically, I was, I think I was in Cleveland. I was somewhere. No, in Vancouver. I overheard somebody talking about that documentary about the lady who kept that monkey who smoked cigarettes.
Oh, and you still haven't watched it, huh?
No, I forgot about it.
It's so good. I can't remember what it's called. Chimp Crazy, I think.
But they were talking about it like, it was, oh my God, my friend was telling me about that. And they're like, it is crazy.
Yeah, Tanya is her. You can look up Chimp Crazy.
I
just think that you would really enjoy the main lady in it because she looks like she's plucked straight out of the 80s. She wears like these ridiculous false lashes and all that stuff, and she just is obsessed with this chimp. I mean, all of the chimps, but she's the one specifically that she was obsessed with was what's his name? He was the one that was in all the movies.
Bubbles?
No,
that was Michael Jackson's chimp. There's so many famous
Can you go
chimps.
back to all? It should say it in there.
It was like in Dunstan checks in. And
Yeah.
Does it.
I can't remember his name now.
Hey Siri, give me the name of a famous monkey.
Tonka, and.
Famous monkeys in pop culture include Curious George, Abu from Aladdin, and Jack from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
We're talking about real monkeys, bitch.
Exactly. Don't give me fake monkeys. Hey Siri, give me the names of
Tonka.
some real famous chimps.
He's like, Curious George is real famous. You fucking cunt.
Pringles, Doritos,
Oh, I heard chips.
Siri, you're useless.
Fritos, Doritos.
She's so upset. Like Tonka, essentially
They
there
came
was
to get him, didn't they?
Tonka's original owner got, I don't want to say raided. I can't think of another word for it. But basically they said that she had to give him up or whatever. And then this Tanya lady ended up taking over the care of them. And eventually this guy from PETA gets really involved and he's like, you shouldn't own chimps, all that stuff. And so then she decides that she's going to hide Tonka. They want her to give up all of her chimps. And so she gives up all of them. But when they come to take them back, Tonka's missing. And they're like, where's Tonka? And she's like, Tonka died. And she's like,
does it look good? Like it's good acting?
no.
So it's clear it's porn acting.
It's just like, and so they're like, well, what do you mean he died? And she's like telling this story about how he died. And she's like, here's his ashes right here. And it's literally just a bag of powdered chocolate milk. Like it is 100%
I like this
cocoa
woman.
powder. And they end up obviously finding out that she had been keeping Tonka somewhere else. And it's like, at this point, you know, all of these chimps that are in her care, she's feeding them like Gatorade and chips and all that stuff. Like they're not healthy. They're in small living conditions. And she feels right in her mind because she's like, I love this chimp. This is like my son. I shouldn't have to give it up. But it's like, if you love the animal that much, you should want it to be in a place where it can flourish.
Yeah.
Like it should be at a sanctuary. And so eventually I think at the end of it, all of the chimps go to this like island where it's like all these interconnected islands where they can swing on bars. And
Yeah, you want
do
them
all
to be able
that
to
stuff.
live forever.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
mean, that's why I have mink coats.
yeah, that's her. Oh, yeah, it was, I mean, it's a great docuseries. I think it's like 4 episodes.
I love crazy people. I love people who are just so batshit left of center that you're just like, wow. You put chocolate milk into a bag and said it was monkey ashes. What? How would that come up in anybody else's life?
Yeah.
Who has ever had to think around? It's like, what around here looks like monkey ashes? Speaking of which, I reached out to a stylist that I worked with years ago named Patty Wilson on some early modeling jobs in the 90s. And she told me, I admired her coat like when I was like 19. I think Stephen Klein was shooting me for something. And I was like, I love that coat. And she's like, oh, it's made out of monkey fur. And so I've called her monkey coat behind her back for all these years. And I mentioned it and she was like, that coat wasn't made out of monkey fur. It was like, she's like, I just said that. But I was 19. So all this whole time, I've been walking around calling her monkey to myself. I don't go online and do it.
That's exactly how life was before the internet. Like I think we were talking about this the other day where I think we were talking about Elizabeth Warren. And I'm like, the interesting thing about it is that everything I know about my my background is based on what my family has told me. I've never done a 23andMe, so like I can't really verify that. I can't verify exactly where I'm from, and so more than likely somebody in her family had told. Like I actually don't even know how it ended up. Like, did they test her and she has 0 Native American? I have no fucking idea. But more than likely she had heard that story from generations.
Kelly's
and generations.
dog is scratching
He's
his
scratching
bed.
his bed. Rhino, lie down. Thank you. But similarly, like before the internet, you could just get away with saying crazy shit, and there was no way to confirm
Yeah.
it. Like we've talked about that before. Where like
But
all
people believed it. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly.
It was a story that was handed down to you, probably from a drunk relative.
Yeah.
And they slurred it into your ear one night, and so suddenly you thought that they had a coat made out of monkey fur.
and most of the time, it's like your family member that's messing with you and doing some sort of joke when you're a child, and you
Yeah.
carry that as a fact for your entire life, and then until all of a sudden you're like, wait, that doesn't make
Yeah,
any
I just found out like
sense.
2 weeks ago they didn't take my nose. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey guys, welcome back.
He said that to his nose.
There you are, Peter.
Oh, Hook. It's a great
I
movie.
love that movie. Oh, I just was talking to Dante Bosco the other day. He played Rufio. He has a new baby. Congratulations. That baby is so cute. He looks so tired. I wonder why.
Yeah, having children is a lot.
It's a lot.
I drove my nephews
There he
to
is.
school
Hey,
this
Dante.
morning.
I love Dante. He's such a good guy. I've known him for like 20 years. You said you drove your nephews to school this morning?
Yeah. Their school starts early.
What time does it start?
8 or something?
PM?
No. AM.
The kids go to school at night.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah, they're in night school. They actually work 9 to 5s.
8
Smoke
o'clock in the
cigarettes.
morning?
Yeah.
It starts?
Yeah. It's like
Did it-
8 or
did it- Did it
8:15.
used to start that early?
My high school started at 7:15 in the
Mine
morning.
was 7:25.
That was so
Yeah.
silly.
Why?
I don't know.
Is
They-
it because y'all are poor?
Yeah. I was
What
poor.
time did yours start?
We were
You're like, we were poor, so we actually had to go to our jobs first. They started
yeah,
school at 10
exactly.
a.m. because we were working in the factory for the
Dude,
first 3 hours of the morning.
My senior year, you could leave at lunch and go work a job.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
could-
people did.
We
I mean,
could do that too, but
it's
it
a
still
rule,
started
no,
early.
but
Yeah.
like work in a factory.
It was
Like,
ours
they would
was
let you out to go work in a factory.
my school was 7:25 to 2:25.
Okay, so I seem to remember if you wanted to take Spanish more than 2 years, and I took it 4 years, all 4 years, I think we had satellite classes that started before school. So it was a lady on a satellite that was teaching a bunch of people. It was for either small or poor schools. If your curriculum if you didn't offer that in your school, you could take it before you got there in the morning, before everybody got there. People took Latin. At like
interesting.
7 o'clock in the morning. It was a bunch of virgins. They're probably still virgins.
No, if you know Latin, you
Dude.
you lose it.
A couple of people in my high school, like one went to the University of the South, which doesn't sound like a lot to y'all, but it's like it's a really hard to get in school. It's
I've
in
never even heard
Swanee.
of it.
It's a tiny little liberal arts college, and it's super competitive. And but one of my classmates went to Harvard.
Whoa.
I mean, she studied landscape architecture. She didn't do political science, but that's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Not for Elle Woods.
It wasn't hard. What? Like it's hard?
Have you seen any videos of I think it's on Broadway now, Death Becomes Her?
No, but I heard about it. I love the movie.
Did
you seen the movie?
Oh yeah, of course. I love that movie growing up. But they did a really cool, like, I was wondering how they would do the stair scene.
And she shatters, and they throw it down the stairs.
Can you look up the Death Becomes Her Broadway stair scene and see if there's a video on there? There's a bunch on TikTok, but
Is there a bunch of singing in it?
probably. But Megan
I'm
Hilty's
going
in
to
it.
throw. Oh, I like Megan.
Yeah,
Hilty.
me too.
Did I surprise you by knowing who that was the other day? I
Yeah.
surprised somebody by knowing who
I think it was me.
It's because she was on that show Glee. I mean, no, Smash.
Yeah, Smash was a good show.
With that old man's wife.
Catherine McPhee.
Yeah.
That old man's wife. Wait, I wonder if this is going to actually show it. I could probably send you a video of it. This is good podcasting.
Oh, look, it's Andy Cohen. So I finished up The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills last night. I'm still waiting for this reunion.
Yep, same.
I thought that fucking Erica Jane was on point. Everything
I did
she said.
too. And okay, here's the thing. I agree with her that Sutton has been really mean to people. Like, not that they all aren't mean to each other at some point, but it is true that she befriends people and then like turns it on
The
them.
moment they are in any sort of vulnerable position, she turns on them and is awful to them. And here's why I think that is. We saw her mother this season.
Yeah.
And I would not say this, but except Sutton's in her. She's older than I am, so I'm not talking about a child and a mother or like a minor.
Yeah.
The mother is completely emotionally detached and justifies not meeting people's needs by saying that those are wasted emotions or stupid emotions.
Yeah.
So it is fucked up. She's so fucked up from that when people get into hard situations, she turns on them.
Yeah.
Because it's probably embarrassing to her in some way for people to be perceived as weak or seem weak. It probably looks poor to her because she, that comment that she made, that she's basically saying a woman who's going through a divorce, I have more money than you. I can say whatever I want. You're gross.
Yeah, she said she's like argue with somebody whose wallet fits. Or something like that.
That's defensive. That is the ultimate defense because it's and so not connected to anything that was going on. It shows a severely damaged person.
Yeah.
And so it makes me glad that Garcelle is leaving the show. I'm sad to see her go because I like her energy, and she's a beauty and she's smart and she's a great actress, but I would love to see a season where Sutton doesn't have a tether.
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting, too, that Garcelle makes all these comments about how Kyle doesn't stick up for her or whatever. And so she should reevaluate that friendship. But it's like, but Sutton never really sticks up for you either.
Yeah,
like you always cape for Sutton, but she's the Kyle of your friendship.
And she seemed to have that realization this last episode. I love Jennifer Tilly being there.
Yeah, she's great.
Sutton bothers me less when Jennifer Tilly's there because she's really popular and I really want to be in her corner, but she's so volatile and the repeating of stuff like, what? Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
And I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's a popular opinion that Erica was in the right in this stuff when I looked at it online. And because people are like, well, Erica should have been answering the questions about her divorce and all that stuff. And it's like, there's a different way to ask questions though when you're
They were asking accusatory questions, and also
really accusatory.
It's an ongoing legal investigation. I mean, her ex-husband is getting jail time.
Yeah,
I think like 80 years or something.
Yeah, and he's gonna die in jail.
Of course, he'll die probably before he gets there. I think he's over 80 now, and he's not doing well. But and also Garcelle, the way that she was in like these women are going through divorces.
I know.
The fact that you think that you are owed the right to know if she's dating Morgan Wade, clearly they are dating or something's going on or she's doing it for publicity, whatever her reasonings are, she's in the middle of a divorce and every one of those women has gone through a divorce. So you would think that there would be some, like Garcelle's husband cheated on her.
Yeah.
And she knows what that's like to play out in a public forum. I'm sure she wasn't doing interviews about what was going on. Granted, they're on a reality show, but there is decorum. There's what you can do and what you should do.
And if you're a friend, you start with, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, and it's me. Here's the thing: as much as a lot of her stuff, and I said that, and I stand behind it. I do like her. A lot of it was pot stirry and Mean Girl stuff because they were on television and they're aware. Hey, Rhino,
Rhino,
he wants to be famous.
Just sit. You are going to be famous. It's okay.
Yeah, get to work. All these TikTok dogs are out earning you. Get to work.
Yeah, you don't do shit. Stop bumping my mic.
The only way that I've agreed to not rob Kelly's parents is if Rhino starts to make a lot of money.
Yeah, Rhino, get a job.
You'll save your grandparents from being robbed.
Yeah. No, you don't want to rob them.
I don't. I don't?
Do the wink.
No, we're not going to rob them.
Yeah, that's a good wink. That is very believable.
Your mother doesn't listen to the show anymore, does she?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we're going to rob them. We'll wait until they're in their 80s. We'll tell them that the banks aren't stable to pull all their retirement out and put it in bags that have dollar signs on it.
Why would
and
I
we'll
do
go
that?
over there.
Take my own inheritance away and give half of it to you?
This is just like that thing about watching Wicked. It's an overly complicated plan.
Yeah.
Because I wanted all the bags to have dollar signs on them like they do in cartoons.
Yeah, they don't, unfortunately.
Actually, I have one of those when I was on Craig Ferguson once, and he gave me a bag of quarters in a money bag that had a dollar sign on it.
Why did he have that?
I don't remember, but it was somehow connected.
Was this some sort of bit that he was doing?
It was because I think it was about like how I was so frugal, and he gave me a bag of quarters.
Daddy needs a bag of quarters.
I love a bag of quarters.
Do you?
I do. I have like four. I have 4 2-liter bottles of change in my bathroom right now.
What? Well,
I don't know.
You can get a quarter in a 2-liter bottle?
Yes.
Did you cut the top off?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to, otherwise, when you take them out, it's madness.
Yeah.
I don't have the time or the patience to sit there and juggle something that weighs 10 pounds up and down until coins fall out of a spout that's this big around. That's the size of a lifesaver.
why are they in your bathroom?
I don't know. That's just where they are. And anyway, that bag of quarters, it's $50 worth of quarters with the $sign on it. Is sitting at the top of one of them.
I think he's got a poop. I think maybe that's why he's.
Oh, do you need to take him out?
Yeah, I'm gonna take him out. You guys talk.
I'll just do this by myself.
Okay.
I mean, I'm basically doing it by
cut?
myself.
Yeah,
I'm
we
basically
can
doing it by myself anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
farting,
We'll pick this back up in just a second.
No, let's keep it going.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I can do this myself.
Well, you're not alone.
You are not alone.
Okay, now you're alone. Yeah.
I am here with you. Get out.
I am.
Coming in here and interrupting my podcast.
Are you still wickedless? Have you still not seen
Yeah,
it?
I'm not going to see it. I'm going to wait until the second one comes out. Kelly was telling me about a show called The Paradise. Do you know this show? She loves it. It's on Hulu, and it only has 8 episodes or whatever. And I'm like, I can't. It has been 4 years while we've been waiting on the second part or the last season of Stranger Things.
Right.
I would have to watch the whole thing over again. So I'm not even excited about it. This happens, I mean, more than 2 years, and I forget what happened.
Oh, absolutely. And the kids are too old now.
Yeah, I mean, what is is their retirement home being haunted? Like this has been going on for a long time.
I think they've also fallen into the same trap that Marvel fell into, where it's like the monsters just had to get bigger and bigger and bigger in universe ending,
Yeah.
and then like
My friend Lopsy did some of the CGI on that and the last season, and I thought it was beautiful. It was great. But if something is going to take you 4 years to complete, then it's working against you. I'm sure I know everybody will run to it, but it really hurts the viewing experience, and it hurts people's memory of the show.
yeah.
I think 2 years is way too long. 1.5 years. I mean, what these kids at home don't realize is that a show would start in the fall and end in the summer, and then we would watch reruns of it all summer, and then it would begin a whole new season again in the fall. So you'd have to wait 3 months, 4 months for new episodes, so you could keep track of what was happening.
Yeah, and a season was 23, 24 episodes.
Yeah. We knew that the kids from Beverly Hills 90210 were in their mid to late hundreds and were having teenager problems. We knew this, and we knew exactly what those problems were. Dylan did drugs, or somebody lost their virginity. Can you believe the topics that were so taboo when we were children?
And it would hit the news cycle.
Somebody smoked marijuana, and it made the cover of like Time.
Yeah. Or like when Seventh Heaven, the dad admits that he smoked, or the wife admits that she smoked weed. Then they
Seventh
canceled it.
Heaven is not a good example of the show we should be talking about.
I mean, it's current and topical, right? Are
Yeah.
you caught up on White Lotus?
No, I've seen the first episode. I know that the brothers are doing it. And spoiler alert. But I could tell that something was going to happen between them. But have you been watching it?
Oh yeah, I'm fully caught up.
Because somebody told me that nothing happens in the first 4 episodes. It's the slowest of the 3 seasons. Is that
It's a
true?
very slow burn.
Is it? I mean, but is it an engaging slow burn?
Not for me.
See, that's what I'm hearing overwhelmingly. The thing about it is, I love Parker Posey, and I think she's eating right. She's killing it.
I don't think so.
No, you don't.
The family is supposed to be from North Carolina, so I have a particular bone to pick with the accents.
Oh yeah.
Like nobody in the family's accent matches, and she's not doing a Southern accent at all, and the husband is doing a Southern accent that's not particular to North Carolina.
I think she's doing an old Georgia money accent. Like, no.
But not enough.
Oh, does it go in and out?
Sometimes she just doesn't have it at all.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's very slight.
Jason Statham does that. He was doing a movie that was set in New Orleans, and for the first 10 minutes of watching it, I was like, I think it was The Mechanic, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, my brain would not let me accept that he was just half-assing the accent. So I was like, he's English. He's an English guy who lives in North Carolina. I mean, in New Orleans. I can accept that. And then he breaks out. It's like, we need to go and arrest all of these people, y'all. And I was like, so he was just doing a shitty version of the accent. That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Also, the Southern accent's pretty easy to do. We're doing one now.
Yeah, y'all. I can turn it on if you want to.
Hey, y'all.
I mean, you can go up over there and do whatever you want
Exactly.
to.
Y'all should come over later. Peggy made a cobbler.
When I first moved to Hollywood, and it was one of my very first PA gigs.
Did you call it Hollywood? I'm moving to Hollywood.
I did, because I moved to North Hollywood, and I just left North off when I went home to talk to my friends.
I always called it Los Angeles.
That's better.
I'm moving. Oh, I probably said L.A.
Well, I was in a band, so I was like, we're moving to Hollywood.
Let's go to Hollywood.
I was doing a Mondo for Fox, and it was like every cast member from every show. And somebody walks up to me because she had heard that another cast member was there, and she goes, "Can you tell Jeff Foxworthy that I'm here?" And I was like, "Sure. Can I tell him who you are?" And she goes, "Parker Posey." And I was
hilarious.
like, "Yeah." And I just got so red. It was one of the first times I embarrassed myself in front of a cast
I
member.
love her.
Yeah. Do you know her?
Yeah. No, I've never met her. She was in a movie called Party Girl that was like right before I started acting. And, or maybe it was when I first started working. Can you see what year that was? Anyway, it was a time when I knew that I had some momentum and I was getting ready to be successful. And I watched it over and over and over again because it was young poor people doing fun stuff.
95.
95. That was way before I started acting. I was still modeling then.
Yeah. What was her big break?
I don't know. She was in that movie with Tori Spelling that was really awesome, where she played Jackie, like a woman who's crazy and thought she was Jackie O. She's an independent film darling. And you know what it was? It was
Dazed and Confused?
No, it was the Christopher Guest movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that amazing ensemble that he put together. They did that movie where they all went to Broadway. She was in Best in Show, but the really good one was they're doing a community theater play that's going to go to they think it's going to go to Broadway, and and all that stuff's ad-libbed, or a lot of it is. It's just so good. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, all that Christopher Guest stuff. Have you ever worked with anybody on that? Like, have you ever done a fully improv thing?
No, but I've worked with Catherine O'Hara before, twice. Hey Siri, what's the name of that Parker Posey? Hilarious. Hey Siri, what's the name of that Parker Posey movie where she's doing community theater? Oh, it's called Waiting for Guffman.
Oh,
It's so fucking
yes.
good. Have you ever seen the movie Soap Dish? It's one of Gary Marshall's movies.
I have.
I think it's so fucking funny and really holds up. So Kelly and I are going to do a movie night. Hey guys, if you want to do kind of a watch along, I don't think we're going to live stream it or anything. Oh, we could though. But we're going to watch it. So you guys, if you want some homework, watch Soap Dish. I'm sure it's on some sort of streaming platform like Tubi or something for free.
Is that Iron Man and Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, it's fucking Iron Man. It's Sally Field. Sally Field is the best comedic laugher in the business. It's so good, and it's Gary Marshall who did Overboard, and
The first one or the second one?
he did the real one, the only one.
Okay.
The one with Goldie Hawn.
Did you see this?
I think I think he was dead by then.
Probably.
Anyway, Gary Marshall also did A Pretty Woman. Like his comedies from the 80s and 90s are stellar, and I cannot recommend them enough. But Soap Dish, guys, watch it. It's just a funny, stupid movie about people making a soap opera. And Sally Field, Robert Downey Jr., Kevin Kline, Whoopi Goldberg, Elizabeth Shue, Kathy Moriarty. It's amazing stuff. Oh, and also it's one of she was the Terry Hatcher from before she was Lois and Clark.
Man.
Yeah.
Talk about a crush.
Did you have a crush on her?
Oh, big time. Speaking of childhood crushes,
Yeah.
I recently took a photograph of Jodie Sweetin at the Comedy Store.
Oh, yeah.
And
How'd she look?
It was her and Pauly Shore. She looks fantastic.
I know. I thought so.
Fantastic. It was her and Pauly Shore, so it went kind of viral or whatever.
Yeah.
Pauly followed me. Jodie Sweetin followed me.
Oh, that's so nice.
I would leave Lisa in a heartbeat for Jodie Sweetin. I remember being 12 going like, I'm going to marry her one day.
That's because that was, you would have been around the same age, right?
I'm a year and a half older than her.
Oh, that's right. Well, was she Stephanie?
Stephanie.
She didn't have a catchphrase. Those were the Olsen twins who had all the catchphrases.
The twins had all of it. Yeah.
I fucking hate catchphrases. I hate children who have catchphrases.
She did have one. How rude.
Oh, she did.
How rude.
Yeah. It's amazing that got your little 12-year-old dick hard.
I mean,
how rude.
You know, when you grow up with somebody,
I totally get it.
It's probably a first crush situation.
I get it. I had a crush on Barney Rubble and Velma from Scooby Doo.
The animated
yeah,
version?
My first two crushes were cartoons. Like I loved them.
Yeah.
And it's because they both were kind of fat and they were not the popular ones. And so I was like, I'm just like you, because I was a little fat and not popular.
I had a Sailor Moon crush going for a little while.
Who's Sailor Moon?
Oh boy, watch this. It's a little anime kind of thing, but there's 5 of them. They're like Power Rangers, but in little
me
mini
see.
skirts.
Oh, I'm familiar with this. I see this at Comic-Cons all the time. I didn't know that's what
Yeah.
it was called.
I don't know how we got here, but most of my
We're talking about having crushes on cartoon characters.
yeah, my biggest early crush was Pamela Anderson. Though Baywatch affected me deeply.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure little boys all over the country had to be. I bet their laundry was so hard to do for their mothers. All those crunchy socks.
Yep, we just threw them out. My mom called it my special sock. She like called it out one
Did she
time.
really?
She was like, "Listen, I found your special sock. You're gonna need to wash it more than once a year."
Oh my God, I would be dead. I would be dead.
I denied it. I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about, Mom. I don't have any special socks."
Oh my God, I would fall through the absolute fucking floor.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, we're just doing it. I'm gonna change the wipe.
He's extra hyper today.
That
Was a big shit.
Did we knock the camera out of alignment?
That's fine. But we do need to go to a break.
We'll be right back after these messages. Hey Kelly, welcome back.
Thanks.
Did you enjoy your break? How's outside?
That was it to do.
Do they have flying cars yet?
No, not yet. But it was a massive shit.
Oh.
And
What
I
about
almost
Rhino?
threw up. I was thinking about it. I was like, I actually have to pee real bad right now. I'm like, could
Did
I
you
squat
pee?
next to him? No.
Do you need to go pee?
No,
You're
that's
doing
fine. I
fine.
can wait. Wow.
Trying out a new format here.
Wow. All right, fine. I'll leave.
Often little with DJ and Kelly, and sometimes Isaac.
But I'll need you to still drive me here every time.
Yeah, that seems like a fair deal.
We're gonna move the studio to your house.
Nothing makes
That actually would be totally fine.
nothing makes me laugh more than when I'll say something outrageous to a friend, like I need you to fly to Paris to put me in the shower, or some sort of dumb stuff like that. And they're like, "That's fair. That seems fair." That just, for some reason, it just tickles me pink when somebody does that.
Yeah, I've learned to just lean into whatever you ask me to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really mean
Pretend,
it.
yeah.
I never want anybody to do anything for me. As I told you earlier, I'm the kind of person that when I'm sick, I like to crawl into the woods and die alone.
Yeah.
I like Ty knows to stay away from me. He'll ask me if I need something, and then he'll just let me be.
Rot.
Yeah, because I hate sympathy. It makes me feel worse.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like, I know it's super kind, but when I'm like telling somebody something that happened, whether it's I'm sick or this bad thing happened, and people are like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh no, I wouldn't have told you if
I
you
don't
were gonna
have
feel bad for
feelings.
me now."
I have worked very hard not to have feelings about this.
I'm just doing it very matter of factly. Or anytime I would talk about like one of my big traumatic events and
Yeah.
people like really tense up, I'm like, "Oh no, I'm fine." Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to feel weird about
There's
it.
no maintenance on
Yeah.
this conversation
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
happened. But like, I don't like to even like. I am at the tail end of. I've had this fucking bad cold, this chest cold that I can't shake, and I'm still kind of coughing things up. But I feel fine. But the other day I was at the airport and I was coughing pretty hard. But I was coughing into my hoodie, so I wasn't like infecting people or whatever. But a guy just came over and just looked me dead on the face, tapped me on the shoulder, and did this. Are you okay? And I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You let me die.
Also, what are you going to do to help? It's like, did he think that you were choking and might need the Heimlich?
Yeah.
Because other than that, what are you supposed to say? No, I'm not okay. And he's going to be like, I'm a doctor.
I want to get a medic alert bracelet that just says this: avert your eyes.
Let me die here. Leave me where I lie.
Although, people before surgeries, like older people or people who are sort of at the end of their lives, do not resuscitate. I did not know about this.
Oh, you didn't?
sign a piece of paper that says if you clock out,
Yeah.
not to resuscitate you.
Yeah. When I used to do sales, like if I had an elderly customer that I was going to see, a lot of them would have the DNR notices on their front door.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm
Like-
like, maybe I shouldn't fucking sell you a 20-year
Like,
contract with solar.
Or maybe you should.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really is like, don't break down this door and use those paddles on me. Let me die. Here's the thing. I will jokingly say that I want to jump out the window, usually connected to a hangover or just not generally feeling well or some stupid little thing. But I really, really, really want to be alive. like really bad.
Like
So much is probably unhealthy.
I think for the people that have DNRs, it's people that are
They're over
super elderly, and they probably already have a number of conditions where it's like if they had to be resuscitated, they know that their quality of life would be bad. Like I wouldn't want to be.
Not that they've changed the taste of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah, I think their desires are less flippant, but it's like when people talk about the hard decision of taking somebody off life support, and it's like people in comments or something like that, it's like, I can't believe that you killed your mom. It's like they would have been a vegetable. Like you have to consider the person's quality of life. If they're going to make a full recovery, then that's one thing.
Right.
But
I just hope that I live so long that I will lose the will to live. Do you know what I mean? I think that happens.
have you tried being 38?
Many times. It's not working. No, but you can see it in some people's faces. Like they're just like, I've already done all of this. Kill me. God, kill me, or whatever. I hope that I reach that point in my life. I think that's a luxury to have lived so long and so fully that you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to go anytime. I'll be fine with this, because I'm so not fine with it now. You were talking earlier about you hope that there wouldn't be a natural disaster when you retired and you just got into bed because you don't have to put on shoes.
Yeah.
Like I think about it all the time right before I fall asleep because I don't want to die. And I think I probably should go talk to somebody about this. Oh, wait, I am. Problem solved.
Therapy.
Yeah. But it's such a prevalent thought in my head about dying. And I really don't want to. I know, but here's the thing. I don't want to die.
Well, I get that.
I don't like surprises. I don't want to know what's happening next. I'm not curious. I just found out the building next to us had polka dots on it. I've been here 37 times. More than that. I've been here 60 times. I don't want to know what's next. I don't. Y'all can go find that out.
You mean like the afterlife?
Yeah.
What's next?
I'll get a Ouija board. You can tell me about it. I do not want to know what's happening next. I like it here. But maybe things will get so shitty progressively that we'll all be ready to clock out at some point.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That's the comfort in this.
Like next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have a feeling that I'm going to live a very, very long time because
the universe is going to spite you.
Yeah. And the one benefit I think to being really old is being that old person that doesn't give a fuck.
But see,
those are fun.
But I think about stuff like this too. Like, you know how you probably don't know this about me, but I overthink everything to the point of madness.
You think I don't know that about you?
Yeah, exactly. But one of the things that I do toilet math all the time. Like sit there with my phone out and think how much money do I need to live until I'm 97? And then I'll add it all up. And then I'll find out I'm $6 million short or whatever it is. And then get really upset. And then I'll have these absurd plans like, okay, I'm going to now cut my food budget to $5 a day and switch from Rolexes to Omegas because they're cheaper. Mm-hmm. Like all of my economies are the dumbest economies you could ever think of. But it's never this. Or I could just not go out.
Well, that's what's so interesting is that you could live your best luxurious life if you just wanted to die at 60.
I don't.
I know,
but also I don't want to be worried about money at 62.
Yeah.
And so these things it's just like the whole thing when he's tangled up in some cords, babe. It's that whole thing when you have more than 2 things to do or 3 things to do. I can't do this because that's not done. Well, this the house needs to be painted.
Yeah.
And my bathroom needs to be redone. So I'm like, what do you do first? I don't want people going in and out of the living room into my bedroom, but then people that may not happen for a while. You know what I mean? I have a hard time ordering tasks, and I kind of feel that way about the idea of living a long time. What's more important? Is quality of life important? I don't know the answer to any of these things, and most people just don't think about it. And that's how people remain happy and live long and productive lives. I will get something stuck in my head. I'm the kind of person
ruminate.
Too much. It's exhausting, and I don't like it. If a hamburger doesn't have the right amount of mustard on it, it might as well be made of shit. The other day, I decided I was hungover, and I had to do some grocery shopping, and I was up in Canada with Ty, and so I took took a couple of our shopping bags out, and he was like, "What's in that shopping bag? You already had something in there." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I put the mustard in there." And he was like, "Why are you taking the mustard to the grocery store?" And I'm like, "No, I'm stopping at McDonald's, and they don't have mustard in the pack anymore. So, and I can't eat a hamburger without mustard on it." And he was like, "You're interesting."
I've done that before though.
I
It's like
take
I go
my own
somewhere and I know
condiments.
that their ranch is bad. I'll bring my own ranch.
Who has bad ranch?
Lots of places.
There's a place that clearly puts mayonnaise. It's a fast food place. Oh, I think it's the ranch at fucking Popeyes is not good. I don't like the ranch at Popeyes. Patreon. That's what it says on the screen.
I know. I was just.
Anything that I put out there?
It's like Anchorman. He'll just say anything. We need to get him a teleprompter immediately and have fun with it. All right, guys.
good
Well,
reader.
I don't know what happened while I was gone. I hope it was good. Oh, who was your cartoon crush?
So he got a crush on, what was that?
Sailor Moon was a mild crush.
Sailor Moon. But your first Jodie Sweetin.
She's not a cartoon.
No,
She's not.
No.
She just followed me.
This is
three
what
times.
happens
Oh,
when
yeah,
you leave the room.
We do the whole 20 minutes again.
Yeah. And then I said my first crushes were cartoons because they're probably more approachable. They can't be mean to me.
Yeah.
And they were both kind of fat. It was Velma and from Scooby-Doo and Barney.
Velma's not fat.
Compared to Daphne, she was
Well,
softer.
Daphne had an eating disorder.
Yeah, but if you were here, you would have heard the fact. The reason why I like those people is that when I was 6'2", 5'2", I weighed 160 pounds. So I was.
Do you have any pictures of you from that age?
They're in the
Hey.
episode, they're in Criminal Minds. My mother sent them. I've told this story before. My mother sent them against my will, but most of them have been destroyed or held
By
from
you.
public viewing. Yeah, yeah. But I had a chipped tooth because I chipped a tooth early on, and it can't be fixed until you're 18. Coke bottle glasses because my dad wouldn't pay for the thin ones. A terrible haircut, and I was fat and short.
Fun. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. You can follow us on social media at LoadedPod. Send us an email, probably loadedpod@gmail.com. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/loadedpod. And then subscribe to us on YouTube. And I think it's just Locked and Probably Loaded over there.
Bye. 323-272-3908. That's the
And
phone number.
No one calls it.
No one calls it? I dare somebody to call. Leave us a sexy call.
Yeah.
And we'll play it live on air.
Erotica.
Tell us all the stuff you want to do to us. First of all, I want to do is I want to shut you up.
I want to
Bye.
put duct tape over your mouth.
Bye.
Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast.
Where things will be misquoted.
And opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.